Imagine a patient whose heart is still beating, but the body is slowly shutting down. Blood pressure is falling, organs are starving, and within minutes, life is at risk. This is cardiogenic shock, one of the most critical emergencies you will face in clinical practice. Cardiogenic shock occurs when the heart suddenly fails to pump enough blood to meet the body's demands. Most commonly after a massive myocardial infarction that severely damages the heart muscle. As the pumping ability of the heart decreases, cardiac output drops, leading to poor tissue perfusion and rapid organ dysfunction. Clinically, the patient presents with hypotension because the failing heart cannot maintain adequate blood flow. You will notice tachycardia as the body tries to compensate, along with cold, clammy skin due to peripheral vasoconstriction. The patient may become confused or restless because the brain is not receiving enough oxygen. Urine output decreases significantly, indicating reduced kidney perfusion. And pulmonary congestion may develop, causing shortness of breath as blood backs up into the lungs. These signs are not random. They are clear warnings that the body is entering a state of shock. Pathophysiologically, it begins with myocardial damage that reduces ventricular contractility. This leads to decreased cardiac output and increased end-diastolic pressure, causing blood to back up into the lungs. The body activates compensatory mechanisms like vasoconstriction and increased heart rate. But these only increase the workload on the already failing heart, worsening the condition and creating a vicious cycle that can lead to multi-organ failure. Management focuses on restoring perfusion as quickly as possible. Oxygen therapy is initiated immediately, and in severe cases, mechanical ventilation may be required. Inotropic drugs such as dobutamine are used to improve cardiac contractility, while vasopressors like norepinephrine help maintain blood pressure. Fluid balance must be carefully managed, and diuretics may be used if pulmonary edema is present. Most importantly, the underlying cause must be treated urgently, often through revascularization procedures like angioplasty in cases of myocardial infarction. From a nursing perspective, continuous monitoring is the key to survival. Closely observe vital signs, oxygen saturation, and urine output. Administer medications precisely and titrate them carefully. Position the patient to improve breathing, provide oxygen support, and watch for any signs of deterioration. Early recognition and rapid intervention can make the difference between life and death. Cardiogenic shock is not just a condition. It is a race against time, and your knowledge and actions can save a patient's life.